Hello folks, this is Eduardo Rodrigues, professor from Brazil, and this channel and these videos they are dedicated to healthcare students and professionals. Today we're going to talk about Irlen syndrome, a syndrome that has not been very well accepted by healthcare professionals, but many people accept it and respect it and have documented this very well. So I'd like to discuss a little bit with you because I'm confident that this must be considered in our differentials. Irlen syndrome, I-R-L-E-N, has also been called visual Scotopic sensitivity syndrome or visual stress syndrome. This condition has been reported over 40 years ago and is characterized by complaints of visual distortion related to light. Second criteria, reading problems. And number 3, inspecific neurologic symptoms. So the 3 criteria for a diagnosis of Irlen syndrome are visual deficit related to light, reading problems, and neurologic symptoms like headache or irritation. This disease is not so rare, it has been described in 5, 10, or even more frequent % of the population. Every 20 people, one might have some degree of visual stress syndrome. This condition has been able to explain why some people have so much difficulty in studying, reading, and learning because of the stress when they start to read. The disease may be congenital, may be associated with pediatric syndromes, or may be secondary to trauma or cerebrovascular disease. Very often these kids, which are more often affected, undergo treatment and they improve their reading and learning ability. The visual alterations of Irlen syndrome have been described to be in 6 types. So, photophobia, impaired contrast adaptation, graphical distortions, decreased visual field, difficulty in ocular fixation during reading, and change in depth perception. The diagnosis of visual stress syndrome or Irlen syndrome is based on the clinical criteria and the color overlay and color filter tests. I'm gonna put in the description of the video some references about this diagnostic methods. And the treatment is with the visual tinted eyeglasses lenses. For example, dark yellow, orange, or red glasses have been described to be very helpful, but they must undergo testing because each patient accepts one wavelength block. So I introduced to you Irlen syndrome, which is associated with a visual distortion related to light, like light contrast, reading inability, problems when they start to read, they have headache, they get irritated, they cannot focus, and neurologic symptoms. They very often in kids, but they also start later associated with trauma, for example. I hope you like this short review. See you in the next video.